The worst part about living with someone who hates you is pretending you don't notice. Every morning, I serve Atticus his coffee with exactly 2 sugars and watch him take that first sip without thanking me. Sometimes I imagine dumping it in his lap, but that would only prove them right about me, the ungrateful sister, the reckless one, the reason he's in that chair. My name is Jordan, and I've spent the last 10 years paying for a crime I didn't commit. Jordan, my mother's voice cuts through my thoughts like a knife. Are you even listening? The caterers will be here in 3 hours, and nothing is ready for Atticus's party. I turn from the window where I've been watching the gardeners set up white folding chairs on our perfectly manicured lawn. Yes, Mother, I heard you. The glasses need polishing, the guest bathroom needs fresh towels, and I need to make myself presentable. I gesture to my worn jeans and t-shirt. Can't have the help looking shabby at the annual Survivor's anniversary. Don't take that tone with me, she snaps, smoothing her already perfect hair. After everything we've done for you, I know, I should be grateful. The words taste like acid on my tongue. She steps closer, lowering her voice. You're lucky we didn't press charges. Lucky we kept you out of jail. Your brother could have died that night because of your carelessness, and instead of showing proper remorse, you stand here being sarcastic. I feel my nails digging into my palms, but keep my face neutral. You're right, I'll go change. Wear the navy dress, she calls after me, the modest one, and do something with your hair. I climb the stairs to my room, the smallest bedroom in this mansion, tucked away in the back like the dirty secret I am. Atticus's voice drifts up from his study, probably on another investor call for his tech startup. The golden child, even after everything. Jordan? Reagan, his fiancée, catches me in the hallway. She's already picture perfect in her cream cocktail dress. Could you help me with the place cards later? There's been some last-minute changes to the seating arrangement. Of course. I force a smile. Wouldn't want anyone sitting next to the wrong person at my brother's celebration of survival. She doesn't catch the edge in my voice. Nobody ever does. Thanks. You're such a help. She pauses. Oh, and your mother wanted me to remind you about the garage cleanup. Some old boxes need sorting before the cars arrive. Perfect. The one task I actually want to do. I'll handle it now. The garage is cool and dim, smelling of motor oil and expensive leather from Atticus's collection of cars he can no longer drive. The boxes are stacked in the corner, mostly old tax documents and photo albums. I start sorting mechanically until my hands freeze on a manila envelope marked confidential police evidence. My heart pounds. They told me they destroyed everything from that night. Said it was better for everyone to move forward without the painful reminders. I glance at the garage door, then carefully slide the envelope into my oversized sweater. Back in my room, I sit on my bed, holding the envelope like it might explode. For 10 years, they've thrown that night in my face. If you hadn't distracted him, if you hadn't been so irresponsible, if you had just stayed home. My hands shake as I break the seal. Inside, there's a police report, photographs, and something that makes my blood run cold. A toxicology report. A knock at my door makes me jump. Jordan! Mother again. The caterers are early. Come help them set up. Just a minute. I shove the envelope under my mattress and grab the navy dress from my closet. Tonight, they'll raise their glasses to the survivor, to the miracle of his strength, to the family that stayed together through tragedy. They'll avoid looking at me, the guilty party, the cautionary tale. But for the first time in 10 years, my hands have stopped shaking. Because now I know they forgot to burn the truth. At midnight, when the house finally falls silent, I retrieve the envelope from under my mattress. My phone's flashlight illuminates the documents as I spread them across my bedspread, hands trembling. The police report comes first. My eyes scan the official text. and suddenly I can't breathe. Driver exhibited clear signs of intoxication. Blood alcohol content 0.116, twice the legal limit. Subject Atticus admitted to consuming multiple alcoholic beverages at Morton's Steakhouse prior to operating the vehicle. I read it 3 times, then 4. The words don't change. No other occupants were present in the vehicle at the time of collision. I wasn't even in the car. My phone buzzes, making me jump. It's Catherine, my cousin. You still up? I snap a photo of the report and send it to her. 3 dots appear immediately, then disappear. My phone rings. Holy shit, she whispers when I answer. Is this real? I found it in the garage. There's more. I shuffle through the papers. Email exchanges between Mom and our old lawyer, Nestor. They deliberately buried this, created a whole different story for the insurance company. Jordan, Catherine's voice cracks. You need to go public with this. No, I sit up straighter. Not yet. The anniversary party is tomorrow night. Everyone who matters will be there. What are you planning? Before I can answer, footsteps creak in the hallway. Someone's coming. I'll call you back. I shove everything under my pillow just as my door opens. Reagan stands there in her silk robe, looking uncertain. Sorry, I saw your light. She steps in, closing the door. Can't sleep? Just reviewing some party details. I force a casual tone. She sits on the edge of my bed. I wanted to ask, has Atticus seemed different to you lately? More aggressive? I study her face. How do you mean? He's been drinking more, getting angry over small things. She twists her engagement ring. Sometimes I wonder if he's really the person everyone thinks he is. If she only knew. Reagan, I say carefully, what do you remember about the accident? She frowns. Only what Atticus told me. You were arguing, grabbed the wheel. She trails off, looking uncomfortable. Maybe we shouldn't discuss this. No, please, I'd like to hear his version. He said you were always reckless, always jealous of his success. That night, you just snapped. She stands abruptly. I should go to bed. After she leaves, I pull out my laptop. The guest list for tomorrow's party includes local media, business partners, and every social connection my family has cultivated. I create a new email address and start uploading scanned copies of every document. My phone buzzes again. Catherine. I have an idea, she says, before I can speak. Remember my friend at the Chronicle? He'd kill for a story like this. No newspapers. I attach the final scan. I want them to read it themselves, right in the middle of their precious celebration. Let them choke on their champagne. Jordan? Catherine hesitates. What they did was wrong, but this will destroy them. They destroyed me first. I hit send, setting the email to deliver during tomorrow's party. For 10 years, I've been their scapegoat, their cautionary tale, the daughter who nearly killed her brother. And now? I close my laptop. Now they'll learn what real consequences feel like. Morning comes too quickly. I'm in the kitchen preparing Atticus's coffee when he wheels in, already dressed in his party suit. The usual? I ask, reaching for the sugar. Make it black today. He adjusts his tie. Mother says you're handling the welcome drinks? Of course. I hand him the cup. I wouldn't miss giving the first toast. He pauses, cup halfway to his lips. No toasts from you. We discussed this. Right, sorry, I forgot my place. He studies me for a moment. You seem different lately. I think of the email ticking like a time bomb in cyberspace. Do I? I'm just excited for the party. Well, keep it together. This is an important night. I watch him wheel away, sipping his coffee. Don't worry, brother dear, I whisper. It's going to be unforgettable. The party starts at 6, but the performance begins hours earlier. I zip myself into the navy dress, pin my hair back, and practice my submissive smile in the mirror. Mother inspects me like a drill sergeant. You'll need to keep circulating with drinks, she instructs. And remember, smile, stay quiet, don't draw attention. I adjust my necklace. I know the routine, Mother. The caterers arrive first, then the florists with their white roses, Atticus's favorite. I'm arranging champagne flutes when a familiar voice makes me freeze. Jordan? I turn to find Isabella, my former best friend, standing awkwardly by the bar. She looks exactly the same as she did 10 years ago, when she stopped returning my calls. I didn't know you were invited, I manage. Atticus sent the invitation. She steps closer. I almost didn't come, but I needed to see you. Before I can respond, the first wave of guests arrives. Mother swoops in, all perfect teeth and practiced charm, steering them toward the garden. I grab a tray of drinks and follow. Deacon, Atticus's business partner, catches my eye as I pass. Jordan, looking lovely as ever, he takes a glass. How's our survivor doing today? Living his best life, I say, my smile never wavering. He's so grateful for everyone's support. Such a tragedy, that accident, an older woman chimes in. But look how you've devoted yourself to his care. Such a selfless sister. I feel Isabella watching me. Excuse me, I murmur. More drinks needed. In the kitchen, Isabella corners me. I've been thinking about that night, she says quietly.
Things don't add up. What do you mean? You called me that evening, remember? You were home watching that stupid reality show finale. We talked for an hour. My hands shake slightly as I refill glasses. Did we? I should have said something back then. When they started blaming you. She touches my arm. I was a coward. It doesn't matter now. Doesn't it? My phone vibrates in my pocket. A reminder. The emails will send in 30 minutes. The garden is filling up. Catherine arrives with her media contacts. Reagan flutters between groups, playing the devoted fiancé. Atticus holds court near the fountain, regaling everyone with his latest business venture. Mother taps a glass. Everyone, please find your seats. We'll begin the testimonials soon. I check my phone again. 20 minutes. Jordan, Atticus calls out. More champagne here. As I approach with the tray, I notice Deacon frowning at his phone. He looks up, catches my eye, then quickly looks away. It's starting. A toast, Atticus announces, raising his glass. To all of you who've supported my journey. More phones buzz. Reagan pulls hers out, then pales visibly. Catherine pretends to be surprised when she checks her screen. What's going on? Mother hisses, noticing the ripple of unease through the crowd. Is something wrong? Atticus asks, his confident smile slipping. Deacon stands abruptly. We need to talk. Now? I'm in the middle of... Now, Atticus. Mother intercepts them, but not before I hear Deacon say, Care to explain this police report? Isabella appears at my elbow. Jordan, my phone just... Is this real? Every word. She grabs my hand. Why didn't you tell me? Would you have believed me? I watch as more guests check their phones, whispers spreading like wildfire. Nobody did. Mother's voice rises above the murmur. Technical difficulties. Please, everyone, let's focus on... Is it true? Reagan's voice cuts through the chaos. She's standing now, phone shaking in her hand. Atticus, tell me this is fake. He wheels toward her. Reagan, don't make a scene. Answer the question. The garden falls silent. Every eye turns to my brother, the survivor, the golden child, as his carefully constructed world begins to crumble. And me. I just keep pouring champagne, one perfect smile at a time, because the real toast. That's still to come. The garden descends into chaos. Atticus wheels himself between clusters of whispering guests, trying to maintain control. This is clearly some kind of mistake, he announces, voice carrying across the lawn. A cruel prank. A mistake? Deacon waves his phone. Like the mistake of lying to your investors, to everyone. Mother steps forward, hands fluttering. Please, everyone, let's not let some anonymous email ruin our lovely evening. Anonymous? Catherine's voice rings out. The police report has case numbers, dates, official signatures. Are those anonymous too? Reagan stands frozen, still staring at her phone. The blood alcohol level? You were drunk? Reagan, darling. Atticus reaches for her hand. She jerks away. Don't touch me. All this time you let them blame her? I continue serving drinks, watching the drama unfold like a perfectly choreographed dance. Mother suddenly grabs my arm, nails digging into my skin, and drags me toward the house. What did you do? She hisses, shoving me into the empty kitchen. Me? I keep my voice innocent. I'm just serving drinks like you asked. The slap comes fast and hard, snapping my head to the side. Don't play games with me. You ungrateful little... Everything okay in here? Isabella stands in the doorway, arms crossed. Mother releases me, smoothing her dress. Family matter. Really? Isabella steps closer. Because it looks like assault to me. Should I call the police? They seem to have some interesting files on this family already. Mother's face goes white. She turns on her heel and stalks out. Isabella touches my cheek where the slap landed. You okay? Never better. I straighten my dress. We should get back out there. Wouldn't want to miss the show. Outside, Atticus is losing control. This is ridiculous. I've built everything back up from nothing. From nothing? Deacon laughs harshly. You built it on insurance fraud and a lie that destroyed your sister's life. My sister? Atticus's voice rises. She's lucky I didn't press charges. Lucky I gave her a home. Gave her? Reagan's voice cracks. You imprisoned her. Made her your servant while you played the tragic hero. The guests are starting to leave. Mother flutters between them, trying desperately to salvage the situation. Please, there must be some explanation. The explanation, Catherine announces loudly, is in those police reports. Every single detail. Atticus wheels toward me suddenly. His eyes are wild, face red. You! This is your doing. I meet his gaze steadily. Is it? You were driving, he shouts. Tell them. Tell them how you grabbed the wheel. Like you told the police that night. I step closer. Oh, wait, you didn't. Because you were too drunk to even stand. Shut up. Make me. I lean down to his level. For once in your life, brother dear, you can't control the narrative. He lunges forward in his chair, but Reagan pulls him back. Don't you dare, she warns. Haven't you done enough? Mother appears between us. Jordan, go to your room. Now. No. The word feels like freedom. I don't take orders from you anymore. After everything we've done for you, everything you've done to me, I correct her. And now everyone knows. The remaining guests watch in horrified fascination. Deacon is already on his phone, probably calling his lawyer. Catherine films discreetly from the corner. This isn't over, Atticus snarls. You're right, I pick up a champagne glass. Because I haven't given my toast yet. Don't you dare. What's wrong, brother? Afraid of what else might come out? Like where you really were before the crash? Or should we talk about the prescription pills mixed with that alcohol? His face drains of colour. Mother grabs my arm again, but this time I shake her off. Touch me again, I say quietly, and I'll add assault charges to the lawsuit I'm filing tomorrow. The garden is nearly empty now. Reagan stands apart, tears streaming down her face. Isabella and Catherine flank me protectively. And Atticus? He sits in his chair, defeated, as his perfect world crumbles around him. I raise my glass. To survivors, I announce, and to truth. Would anyone like to hear a story? 10 years ago, I begin, swirling the champagne in my glass. I was watching the finale of The Bachelor with Isabella. Phone records prove it. Credit card statements show I ordered pizza. I have witnesses. Jordan, please, Mother begs. Think about what you're doing to this family. Family? I laugh. Let me tell you about family. While I was home that night, Atticus was at Morton's Steakhouse, drinking scotch with his college buddies, 6 of them to be exact. The receipts are in those emails too. Atticus grips his wheelchair arms. Stop! He'd just landed his first major investment deal. Remember that, Deacon? You were there. You all watched him drink. Did any of you try to stop him from driving? Deacon looks away, shame written across his face. The police report shows he hit the embankment at 11:42 p.m. His blood alcohol was twice the legal limit. There were prescription painkillers in his system too, the ones he'd been stealing from Mother's cabinet. That's enough! Mother shrieks. But here's where it gets interesting. I take a sip of champagne. When the police arrived, Atticus was conscious enough to speak. And what did he say? Don't tell anyone. My sister will take the blame. She always does. Reagan covers her mouth, looking sick. Mother arrived at the hospital first. She and our family lawyer, Nestor, worked through the night. By morning, they had their story straight. Poor, reckless Jordan had grabbed the wheel during an argument. The perfect scapegoat. We protected you, Mother whispers. Protected me? My voice rises. You imprisoned me, made me his servant. Told everyone I was lucky to avoid jail. You ungrateful little... Grateful? I slam my glass down. Should I be grateful for the therapy sessions you cancelled? The college acceptance you threw away? The friends you drove off? The dates you sabotaged? Catherine steps forward. I have the emails between you and Nestor, Aunt Paula. The ones where you discussed how to manipulate the insurance claim. That's fraud. You don't understand, Mother pleads to the remaining guests. We had to protect the family name. The family name? Reagan's voice drips with disgust. You destroyed your daughter to protect your reputation. Atticus wheels forward suddenly. I did what I had to do. You think I wanted to end up like this? Someone had to take the fall. And it had to be me. I step closer to him. Your own sister. You were always the disappointment anyway, he shouts. At least this way you served a purpose. The garden falls silent. Even Mother looks shocked. Well, I say quietly, thank you for finally being honest. Reagan pulls off her engagement ring and drops it in Atticus's lap. We're done. I'll have my lawyer contact yours. Reagan, wait! But she's already walking away, heels clicking on the garden path. The investors will hear about this, Deacon says. All of them. Mother turns to me, tears streaming down her face. You've ruined everything. No, Mother. You did that 10 years ago, when you chose him over me. I'll deny everything, Atticus snarls. It's your word against the police report, the toxicology results, the witness statements from the steakhouse, the insurance fraud evidence. I smile. Good luck with that. Isabella links her arm through mine. Come on, Jordan. You don't need to stay here anymore. You can't leave. Mother grabs for me again. You have responsibilities. My only responsibility now is to the truth. I step back. And to myself. Catherine holds up her phone. I've got everything recorded, by the way, including that confession about the fraud. Atticus slumps in his chair, defeated. Mother sinks onto a garden chair, her perfect makeup streaked with tears. I pick up my champagne glass one last time. To new beginnings, I say, and to karma. It's been a long time coming. As I turn to leave, Atticus calls out, You think this makes us even? I look back at him, at the brother who stole 10 years of my life. No, I reply. This makes us finished. Walking away, I hear Mother's sobs, hear Atticus's chair scraping as he tries to follow, hear the remaining guests murmuring in shock. But for the first time in 10 years, I stand tall. The truth has set me free. And it's buried them in the process. The fallout is immediate and brutal. By midnight, local news websites are running the story. By morning, it's trending on social media. I watch it unfold from Isabella's guest room, where she insisted I stay. Look at this, Catherine says, scrolling through her phone. Reagan's given an interview. I was deceived by the man I thought I knew. The truth about that night changes everything. My own phone hasn't stopped buzzing. Texts from old friends, journalists seeking comments, even a message from Nestor, our former lawyer. I should have spoken up sooner. I'm sorry. Isabella brings me coffee. Deacon's investment firm just released a statement. They're pulling all funding from Atticus's startup. How are you feeling? Catherine asks softly. Before I can answer, my phone rings. Mother. Don't answer it, Isabella warns, but I do. Hello? Your father's here. Mother's voice is strange, tight. He's asking for you. My father, who left when I was 12, who sends birthday cards 3 months late. Why? Because, her voice breaks. Because your brother just tried to kill himself. The phone slips from my hand. Catherine drives us to the hospital. The emergency room is chaos. Reporters hovering outside, security guards checking IDs. My father stands when he sees me, aged 10 years since I last saw him. Jordan, he says, stepping forward. I should have known. Should have asked questions. Don't, I manage. Just don't. Mother sits alone in a corner, looking small and broken. A doctor approaches us. He'll live, she says. We pumped his stomach in time. The mix of alcohol and pills could have been fatal. Like the night of the crash, I say quietly. The doctor glances at her chart. Mr. Perkins is asking for his sister. Mother stands. I'll go. Not you, the doctor interrupts. He specifically asked for Jordan. Atticus lies pale against white sheets, tubes in his arms. His wheelchair sits empty by the bed. When he sees me, his eyes fill with tears. Come to finish what you started. His voice is hoarse. You did this to yourself, just like the crash. He turns away. I never meant. It wasn't supposed to go this far. Which part? The drunk driving, the lies, or making me your prisoner? I was scared. He looks at me finally. Everyone expected so much. The golden child, the perfect son. When I crashed, I couldn't face it. And you were always so strong. Strong? I laugh bitterly. I was broken. I know. He wipes his eyes. God, I know. When Reagan left tonight, when everything fell apart, I finally felt what you must have felt all these years. A nurse appears. Miss? There's a situation outside. Your mother. I find Mother collapsed in the hallway, clutching her chest. More doctors rush in, throwing around words like stress-induced cardiac event and mild stroke. Hours blur together. Tests are run. Forms are signed. Father paces. Catherine brings coffee. Isabella holds my hand. By dawn, both my brother and mother are stable, but everything else has shattered. My phone shows missed calls from lawyers, reporters, old friends choosing sides. Jordan? Reagan stands in the hallway, looking exhausted. I just heard. I came to give you this. She hands me a USB drive. What is it? Evidence, financial records, emails, everything I found over the years. I knew something was wrong, but I was too afraid to dig deeper. She touches my arm. Use it. Make sure they can't bury the truth again. Later, sitting in the hospital garden, Catherine shows me the morning headlines. Tech entrepreneurs' web of lies exposed. Family fraud scheme revealed. Sister's decade of silence breaks. What happens now? Isabella asks. I watch the sunrise, thinking of Atticus in his hospital bed, Mother in intensive care, the life I lost, and the truth I reclaimed. Now, I stand up. Now I walk away. Let the lawyers and courts handle the rest. They're still your family, my father says from behind me. I turn to face him. No, family doesn't destroy each other. They just shared my DNA and stole my life. As if on cue, my phone buzzes with a text from an unknown number. Ms. Jordan, this is District Attorney Marcus. We'd like to discuss the insurance fraud evidence. Are you willing to testify? I look at the hospital building, where my past lies in ruins, then back at my phone. Yes, I type back. I'm ready to tell the whole truth. 3 days after Mother's stroke, I return to the mansion to pack my things. Catherine comes with me, insisting I shouldn't do this alone. The house feels different now, hollow, its secrets exposed to sunlight. Jordan? A weak voice calls from Mother's study. She sits in her wheelchair, looking frail and old. Please, can we talk? Catherine squeezes my arm. I'll start packing your room. I step into the study, keeping my distance. Mother's right hand trembles slightly, a lingering effect of the stroke. The doctors say I may never fully recover, she says. Is that supposed to make me feel guilty? She shakes her head slowly. No, I need you to understand. Everything I did was to protect this family. You keep saying that word. Family. I lean against the doorframe. but you only ever protected him. He was my firstborn. My perfect son, her voice breaks. When he started stealing my pills, drinking too much, I thought I could fix it, like I fixed everything else, by breaking me instead. You were always so resilient, so independent. She dabs at her eyes. I thought you could handle it. Handle being blamed for something I didn't do. Being trapped here, watching my life slip away. The insurance money saved us from bankruptcy. Atticus's reputation was worth more than my life. I step closer. Tell me, Mother, what happens to your perfect plan now? The DA is investigating. Reagan gave me everything. She closes her eyes. You were supposed to be the disappointment. He was supposed to win. You're right. I turn to leave. He was. Upstairs, Catherine has most of my clothes packed. There's something you should see, she says, holding out her phone. Reagan's done another interview. The headline reads, Whistleblower Fiancé Reveals Years of Deception. Below it, Reagan sits poised and professional, speaking directly to the camera. I watched them destroy Jordan's life, piece by piece. I convinced myself it was for the greater good. I was wrong. My phone buzzes. A text from Atticus. They're releasing me tomorrow. Please come see me. Don't go, Catherine warns. But I do. The hospital room smells of antiseptic and shame. Atticus looks smaller somehow, stripped of his arrogance. The company's finished, he says without preamble. Deacon's pressing charges for investment fraud. That's not my problem. No. He meets my eyes. None of this should have been your problem. It was so easy. Blaming you. Everyone believed it because they wanted to. Including you. Especially me. He grips his blanket. The night of the crash, I was so drunk, so angry about something stupid. When they suggested blaming you, it felt like salvation. It felt like murder to me. The slow kind. Jordan, save it. I move toward the door. The DA wants to make a deal. Tell the truth, reduce the charges. You should take it. What about Mother? What about her? She'll lose everything. The house, her reputation. Like I lost everything. I pause at the door. You know what the worst part was? Not the blame or the prison you made for me. It was watching you both sleep peacefully every night while I suffocated under your lies. Back at the mansion, Catherine helps me load the last box into her car. Isabella pulls up just as we're finishing. Got something for you, she says, handing me an envelope. Inside is a photo from high school, me and Isabella at graduation, laughing, full of hope. A note falls out. You were always the brave one. Mother watches from her study window as we pull away. I don't wave goodbye. Where to? Catherine asks. The crash site, I say. There's one more thing I need to do. The guardrail has been replaced, the embankment restored, but I can still see the scars in the earth. I take out the bottle of champagne I saved from the party and pour 2 glasses. To rising from the wreckage, I say, handing one to Isabella. To the truth, Catherine adds. I pour the rest of the bottle onto the ground, watching it soak into the earth where my old life ended and my imprisonment began. They made me their scapegoat, I whisper. I became their reckoning. Behind us, the sun sets on the mansion's distant silhouette, and for the first time in 10 years, I feel light enough to fly. The morning of Atticus's sentencing, I stand in front of my bathroom mirror, adjusting a blazer that actually fits. No more shapeless hand-me-downs or modest navy dresses. Catherine appears in the doorway of my new apartment, car keys jingling. Ready? The courthouse steps are crowded with reporters. Reagan stands at the microphone, composed and clear. The plea deal ensures justice while allowing for rehabilitation. That's what matters most. Inside, Mother sits in her wheelchair, looking small. She raises a trembling hand as I pass, but I keep walking. My father tries to catch my eye. Too little, too late. The judge's voice fills the courtroom. Mr. Atticus, please rise. He struggles to his feet, gripping his walker. No wheelchair today, he wants sympathy. This court sentences you to 18 months in federal prison for insurance fraud and conspiracy, followed by 5 years probation. You will make restitution in the amount of... I stop listening. Numbers can't repay what was stolen from me. Afterward, in the hallway, Atticus calls out, Jordan, wait! Against my better judgment, I turn. I know it's not enough, he says. The sentence, the apologies, none of it. But I need you to know I'm going to earn my way back. Not to who I was, but to who I should have been. Good luck with that. Will you ever forgive me? I study his face, my brother, my tormentor, my cautionary tale. I forgive you, I say finally. Not for you, but for me, because carrying that hatred was exhausting. Mother wheels closer, and me. You don't get forgiveness, I tell her. You get consequences. My phone buzzes. Isabella texting that she's outside with lunch. But another message catches my eye, an email from Nestor, our old lawyer. I'm testifying against your mother's insurance fraud tomorrow, he writes. The truth was never buried deep enough. That evening, Catherine hosts a small dinner at her place. Isabella brings wine. Reagan brings dessert. We don't talk about the sentencing or the ongoing investigations. Instead, we talk about my new marketing job. Isabella's photography exhibition, Reagan's advocacy work for fraud victims. I have something to show you, Catherine says, pulling out her laptop. She opens a document, my story, formatted as a book proposal. People need to hear this, not just the fraud, but the emotional abuse, the gaslighting, all of it. I don't know, I start. You're not their secret anymore, Reagan says softly. You're their warning. My phone rings. Mother again. This time I block the number. Tell us something good, Isabella says, refilling wine glasses. Something that has nothing to do with them, I smile. I have a date tomorrow. They lean forward, eager for details. I tell them about meeting him at a coffee shop, how he asked me out after overhearing me discuss marketing strategies with a client, how he didn't flinch when I mentioned my family's scandal. To new beginnings, Catherine raises her glass. No, I shake my head. To right now, this moment. To choosing our own family. Later, walking home to my small but free apartment, I pass a newsstand. The headlines scream about Atticus's sentencing, mother's pending charges, the collapse of the family empire. But I don't stop to read them. My phone buzzes with a text from my date for tomorrow, looking forward to meeting the real Jordan. The real Jordan. Not the scapegoat, not the careful servant, not the broken daughter. Just me, finally free to write my own story. I reach my building and look up at my window, warm light spilling out. No mansion, no prison, no lies. Just truth, hard won, and healing. Inside, I kick off my shoes and curl up on my second-hand couch. On the coffee table sits the photo Isabella gave me. 2 teenage girls laughing, unaware of the storm ahead. Next to it, I place my courthouse visitor badge from today. They made me their scapegoat, I whisper to that younger me. But we survived. We won. The night stretches quiet and clean before me, full of possibilities that belong only to me. Tomorrow will bring what it brings. But tonight I am simply, perfectly free.